What's going on, miners? Chump Change XD here. Hope you're all staying healthy, having a great day. You guys can see this is my crypto mining server rack. I got everything here off except for the network switch. Obviously, it doesn't take any power at all. I got these 8 KS0s here that are actually still off, and 2 there being fed by solar. These things run on real sunny days when I can actually provide the power to them for free because I'm sick of high electric bills. But getting into today's video, this Jasminer X4 Q, this thing is one of those units that has been super quiet, actually helped heat my house throughout the winter, and I want to get this thing plugged in today, and I want to see what the profitability is on this thing, and I'm going to run it off of solar. If you guys could see, it's a pretty cloudy day out today, but we got 26.4 volts as of right now. Let's see what we're getting. 73 volts, 5 amps, and it's 370 or 86 watts now, which is kind of surprising for a day that looks like this. It's about 9 in the morning or so, 10 o'clock in the morning, and the sun's over there. I've noticed when it's cloudy out, I do get a bit more sun on my panels that are over there, which is kind of weird, right? But I guess, I don't know, maybe you real science buffs would know the reasoning as to why, but regardless, this thing, yeah, I think it should be able to handle the X4Q today. So I'm going to try that because that's about 400 watts, and these 8 machines right here are about 800. So let's get this thing plugged in right here, and then we're going to see what the profitability and stuff is on the computer. All right, so right now I'm pulling 192, almost 193 watts for these 2 units. I need to plug this guy in right next to it because unfortunately this cord is a bit short. I guess I could put the timer in there, but I'm not even gonna bother. Anyways, again, 193 watts. Turn this thing on. Takes about a half hour to actually boot up. So let's see what the power draw is on this thing once it starts firing. All right, it's about an hour later. Let's go see what we got over here for wattage. What are we looking like? 711 watts. We got 26 volts on the batteries. They're going down pretty quick. 78 volts. 499 watts. All right, good. We're getting close to being able to feed those all day. And yeah, the sun is like pretty much right here, so it hasn't really hit the panels fully. Let's get inside and see what the profitability is going to be on this X4Q. All right, we made it. So this is the X4Q. As you guys can see, this is from jinglemining.com. This is where I got my Jasminer, so shout out to them. We'll check out the pricing on the unit in a second, but I do believe this unit right here and its bigger brother are 2 of the best beginner miners on the market currently, right? Low wattage, super quiet, so you're not going to get in any fights with your significant other running this thing in the house, right? Especially if you need a heater during the winter time, why wouldn't you use a miner that you could actually make some money on? And then on top of that, it actually can run off 120 or 240, another huge plus for home miners. So looking at the X4Q again, let's just go over the profitability quick here. So this is at a 10-cent electric rate. If you guys are paying 10 cents per kilowatt hour, which I am not, I'm paying about 30, but this thing's running on solar. Just for the sake of the video, you guys can see the income for the day on 10 cents is $2.77. Now that's if I am running it on solar, not paying an electric bill. That's what I'm getting. As you can see, if I change this down to 0, it goes right down to the profit channel. So let's go back to 10 cents. You can see profiting here is $1.88. The national average a little bit closer to about 17. That's especially for like our community, people that watch us, right? $1.26 is roughly going to be your profit. Now my electric rate is 30 cents. It's disgusting. And you can see I would be making 10 cents a day on this unit if I actually plug this into my house. So again, this is awesome for a home miner, but for me right now, 10 cents is not worth it, right? This unit, once the profitability on ETC goes up and it's obviously appreciating more, or there's another coin that possibly pops off that is more profitable to mine with this thing, making more than 10 cents an hour, 10 cents a day, I would be very happy with running this machine at my house. But as of right now, we'll just put it at 17 for shits, okay? So $1.26 roughly is about what you're going to get. And this isn't an exact science. This site is kind of like a guesstimate, right? It's real close, but it's not exact. You can see we're making about 37 bucks a month, almost 38, and about $460 a year, give or take, right? Now, is that worth it per se? I'm not sure. We can look at the price in a second, but this thing can actually mine ETH hash and ETC hash coins up to 5 gigabytes. Now, this unit, the DAG size on ETH-W, right? ETH proof of work, the new fork that they came out with right after ETH went to proof of stake. That coin is actually 6 gigabytes DAG size, if I'm not mistaken, maybe a little bit over 6. So you cannot mine that with this machine, but anything that is ETH hash that is under 5 gigabytes, you can mine, like Octaspace or XPB, right? For example. Now let's go over to the Jingle Mining website quick and just show you here. So this unit is $1,000, well, 1,025, right? So, and then plus whatever the shipping costs, but this is in stock. If you guys are interested, get over there. Feel free. Shout out to Jingle Mining for sending me the X4 Q for review anyways. But this is the 1040 mega hash, is at 480 watts, give or take. Let's see real quick. So you can see right here, the RAM is 5 gigabytes. And that's what I was talking about when it comes to mining coins. And we'll get into the DAG size calculator, and I'll show you about that in a second. Again, the other thing was the 120 and 240 volt support. That is massive for a home miner. I hated having to figure out how to get 240 into my garage when I really didn't know much about electrical. I had to teach myself a lot of stuff. And even then, if you don't have proper licensing, it's not legal to do that type of work in your own property, depending on where you live. So yeah, it's unfortunate. You need an electrician to do a lot of these ASIC mining, but with this miner and its big brother over here, you can see this one's going for 3134. This is the X16 Q. This one's actually way more worth it, at least in my opinion. But this one's 8 gigabytes of RAM, and this thing can also run off of 110 or 240. So it's amazing for home mining, right? Now, when it comes to ROIing or breaking even on this machine, right? Looking at the X4 Q, if you're paying 17 cents per kilowatt hour, you're making only 450 to 460 bucks a year. And obviously that depends on the price of the coin, right? Coins fluctuate. They usually go up and down. ETC is pretty much at its bottom right now, about 25, 26 bucks or so. But either way, it's going to take you over 2 years to pay this thing off. Point blank, end of story. That's what it's going to take, right? About 2 years at this current moment, looking at the price of ETC, $26, okay? ETC is a huge catalyst to this machine, okay? So if ETC sees a massive appreciation from this Ethereum ETF, if that comes to fruition, right? When dumb money comes in and people don't understand the difference between Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, like I did personally when I first started into crypto mining about 4 years ago. I bought a bunch of Ethereum Classic because it was cheaper than Ethereum at the time, right? I mean, it still is, but nonetheless, looking at this about 3 years ago, it is now down 84.1% from 3 years ago. It was all-time high, $167, okay? Look at what it's at now. So if this price doubles, the profitability on your machine doubles, right? So you kind of get the gist here. I think this coin is severely undervalued. This is the original Ethereum, if you guys did not know. Either way, 2017 bull run, right? Again, we were up about 40 something bucks, right? 43, 44 bucks. And this candle should be like up here, maybe a little higher. But again, $167 in 2021. So this chart overall has been somewhat consistent in going up, right? It's higher lows pretty much the entire time. So when the appreciation for this coin actually hits and we do get this bull run, this coin is most likely going to go right back up. I don't know if it's going to go there, but it will definitely at least see 2x, 3x, or possibly 4x. That is, I mean, at a minimum, right? At least in my opinion, I think it's going to go close to $100. Again, I'm just a guy on YouTube, so take it as you will. But nonetheless, again, this will double, triple, quadruple the profits on this unit. So that's obviously another thing you guys could think about. So if you want to spend only $1,000, you could buy this machine, and it's, you know, somewhat cheaper. I mean, I don't care if you guys buy these things or not, but looking over here, the $3,000, right? $3,100, you're gonna get a little bit more out of it. Now, looking at the X16 Q, I do have this thing running, actually, by the way, right next to me on the floor at my house at 30-cent electric rate, and I'm paying the electric bill on it. And why? That's because look at the profitability on this thing when I go to 30 cents. I'm still making $5.17 per day on this machine, paying 30 cents per kilowatt hour. I'm paying almost $4.50 rather a day in electricity. And I'm still yielding per month $155 take home. So I'm getting free heat, and I'm making $155 on a coin that is literally in the dumps right now. So to each his own. This one's worth it to me for a beginning home miner, and not to mention this one's Wi-Fi. So huge plus. You can put this literally anywhere in your house to get supplemental heat. I had this in my garage actually, so my bathroom pipes didn't freeze over the wintertime, and you're getting almost $2,000 a year. So looking at this one's going to be about a year and a half payoff time, if I'm not mistaken, break even time, whatever you want to call it. Obviously you guys got to figure out shipping and stuff, but nonetheless, this unit is a bit better, and it is 8 gigabytes, okay, instead of the 5. So if you look over here, DAG size calculator, the reason I bring up the gigabytes, right? The first unit, the X4 Q, is 5 gigabytes. If you're mining ETC, you're good to mine up until December 16th, 2028, give or take, you know, a couple weeks, whatever the case may be. Now, if we look at the 8 gigabytes right here, you're looking at September 23rd, 2038. So the X16 Q will do much better long term versus the X4 Q. But again, they're both silent miners. They're both great heaters, perfect for home mining. The X4 Q, you need a hard Ethernet connection. It doesn't have Wi-Fi, and it's a bit cheaper. So again, you guys to each his own, figure out what you want to do. But another one that has been popping off, or another coin that's been popping off rather, is Octaspace. You can see it's right here actually. It is at $2.11 right now. Damn, this thing jumped again. All right, so I have a morning stream for those of you that might not know. $1.82. It was around there this morning when I streamed. Yeah, at 8 o'clock. Wow. Jeez, this thing jumped right back up to $2.11. What's its all-time high? 3 days ago, all-time high is $2.19. It's down 3.8%. So this project right here is a DPIN project, and DPIN and AI are going to be like two huge catalysts on this bull run. DPIN stands for decentralized physical infrastructure network or something, if I'm not mistaken. I could totally be wrong, but I think that's what it stands for. Yeah, it's just going to be a huge catalyst on this bull run, and Octaspace is one of those ETH hash coins that you can mine on either one of these machines, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Octaspace on the X4 Q and the X16 Q. Obviously, if the X4 Q can do it, yes, you can do it. Let's just see. Does it have Octaspace on here? It does. Oh, it's only a 2 gigabyte DAG size. Wow. So, wow, that's actually a big deal. All right, so you guys can mine Octaspace up until August 9th of 2029 with the X4 Q. Wow, that's actually awesome. And then the X16 Q is January 30th, 2035. That's amazing. Hell yeah. All right, so you guys literally, it depends on which coins you want to mine, where they're going to go. And honestly, if this coin continues to pop off, I mean, look, it's only got a market cap of 64 million. In the grand scheme of things, that is tiny. It is peanuts. It's ranked 592. Like, these are the coins you could have a bigger upside when it comes to, like, you know, taking a gamble on a project that is ranked 592 versus ETC that's ranked number 30. You know what I mean? And has a $3.8 billion market cap. So the upside potential on something like Octaspace over ETC is much greater. But again, it depends if it's adopted. So really comes down to that. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to give you a little bit on this X4 Q. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So that's going to do it. Hopefully you guys appreciated this content. If you did, please go down there, hit that like button, and consider subscribing. These machines, again, are fantastic units, to be honest. I have both of them. I use both of them. I mean, full transparency, Jingle Mining sent them to me for reviews. If you guys didn't see my initial reviews, please go check them out on the channel. But nonetheless, these units would be things that I am looking to purchase because of my electric rate, especially the X16 Q, to be honest, a little more so than the X4 Q, just because I know it's going to last a bit longer. But either way, you guys make your own decisions. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.